Hey girlfriends, welcome back to the channel for another video this week. If you're new here, my name is GeranikaMycia, but all my friends call me G. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back this week and clicking on my face. And if you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe. Do not forget to follow me over on Instagram for all of the fabulous updates, okay? And come back each week for weekly uploads. So today we're going to be talking about all things archive fashions. Y'all know when it comes to the archive fashions, I am your girl, okay? I love archive fashions. Now I get so many questions on what is archive fashion pieces, how do you find them, what's the difference between archive fashions and vintage fashions, and I got you covered in this video, okay? So if this is something that you feel like you'll be interested in, girl, just keep watching. Okay, so I have some notes just to keep me on track, because when I talk about fashion, especially fashion that I like, I get too excited, and we will be here all day, okay? And I'll be giving, this would be like a fashion history class, and we ain't got time for that. So I'm gonna try to give you all of my information in a short period of time. Also, I have some pieces in this video that I want to show you guys just to kind of like give you an idea of what archive fashion pieces will be like, and I'm also going to be sharing with you how do I feel like those archive pieces age. So before we get into that, I wanted to kind of like break down for you the difference between archive fashion and vintage fashions, because I get that a lot and I had to write it down just to keep us on track. So archive fashions are any piece of fashion clothing or fashion jewelry, any type of fashions taken from a designer's past body of work. So that can be shoes, coats, jewelry, accessories, hats. It could be anything that a designer created from their past body of work that is considered archive fashion pieces, whereas vintage fashions are a little different. Vintage fashions are items made between 30 and 100 years ago. Anything after 100 years is considered antique. But you don't really see antique fashions because, of course, maybe like jewelry, but when it comes to clothing items, I don't really see antique fashions unless it's preserved in like the Met Museum or something like that. So for me, it's a little different, because I personally consider anything that was created 10 plus years ago, that's what I considered vintage fashion. So I guess to each his own, girl. And I also get another question, why do you like archive fashions so much? So let me get in my spiel. So when it comes to archive fashions, back in my Tumblr days, this is back when Tumblr was like it. That is the place where I would go to watch my fashion shows. I would get the latest fashions. It's like literally it was just being updated by the second, because everybody was on Tumblr, and most of the people I was following was like in the UK, and you know those girls, they don't play when it comes to the fashions, okay? So I was just constantly consuming all of these things. I was always into fashion, but I feel like those days it just kind of like lit a fire in me, and then ever since then I've just been crazy. Also, back in those days, I could not afford the things that I was seeing. And the funny thing is, when I go back to look at my Tumblr page, I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy, because it's kind of like it was like a vision board, because a lot of the pieces that I have on my Tumblr that I reblogged or posted on my Tumblr page, I literally own them now. Like this Givenchy sweatshirt, I first saw it on Tumblr. In street fashion. It was like London street fashion. This Celine necklace, I first saw it when Kim and Kanye wore it, and the day that they wore it, somebody posted it on Tumblr. So it was like I was constantly being fed all of this fashion that I could not afford. So I always was like, one day I'm gonna go back for it. So when I was able to afford it, I've been obsessed. I've been so obsessed, and it makes shopping for me a little hard, because it's like, with archive fashions, you can't just walk in Neiman's and be like, okay, give me the vintage such and such, or give me the 2011 Fendi sunglasses. No, you have to be on a mission. And one thing about me, I'm ruthless. When I want something, I do not give up. I'm gonna be on it. 24/7, I'm checking. I want it, I want it, I want it. And when people share their archive wish list to me, I cringe, because I'm like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Why would you do that? Like, ooh, girl, no. But that's why I love archive fashions. And another thing that made me love not just the fashion houses and brands, but when I would see something that I love, like when I saw this Celine ID necklace, I'm like, oh my God, I understand it's by the brand Celine, but I wanted to know who created it? Because there's somebody behind this machine creating these things. And that's when I became obsessed with figuring out who is the creative director for this brand at this time. And that's also when I learned creative directors constantly change, and it was just like a whole obsession. And to this day, y'all, I watch documentary on top of documentary about different designers. And yeah, but that's why I love Archive Fashions, just to sum it down, because I'm getting excited and I'm about to get off track. So let me go ahead and pull out the nose skirt. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, I have a few pieces of Archive Fashions that I would like to share with you guys. I don't believe none of these are on my, no, none of these are not on my wish list, because I wouldn't have put them on here. But the first things first is the Celine Phantom bag. Now this is a Celine classic. This is a Phoebe Philo Celine classic. This bag literally caught fire, and when I tell you, this was like the it bag. People was literally buying the Celine Phantom over Chanel bags. However, over time, this bag, to me, it did not age well. When I see how much the price, this is like a $3,200 bag that you can now get for like $400. The bag did not age well because, one, it is super heavy and it is huge. Of course, it comes in different sizes, but I don't feel like this bag aged well. And this is also a bag that I personally would never recommend buying full price, or if at all, because this bag did not age well. However, if you have it, it's still, because I still have mine, it's still a piece that you're like, oh my god, that was such an era, that was a moment. Sometimes I try to use it for like a gym bag or travel, but that bag is super heavy. Now if it was up to me, I wish Celine will come out with the Celine Phantom and maybe like a mini size. Give us like a mini Phantom with like a crossbody strap, or just make it a little more modern so we could actually use it, or wearable, I'll say that, because I feel like, girl, the Celine bag, the Celine Phantom was just such a moment. And of course they have the mini size that people will say the luggage. Yeah, but something about when that Celine Phantom open up and they have like the wings on it, baby, that is a bag. To this day, I cannot lie. If I come across a Celine Phantom in a python green, or the I think it's alligator, a croc red that you should be seeing on the screen, I'm sorry, for the right price, I'm gonna have to hit it, because that was that was a moment. I remember when I worked at Saks, the Croc one was $32,000. Now you can literally get that $32,000 Croc bag for like $5,000. Mind blown. The bag did not age well at all. Next on this Archive Fashion list, I have the Tom Ford Gladiator sandals. Oh my god, baby, let me tell you something. Now this is a shoe. Every time I would see somebody with this shoe, to this day, that's why I used to love Marlo Hampton's fashion, because that girl, baby, the archive pieces in her closet, mind blown. That's why when people try to talk about her brand La Archive, I'm like, baby, y'all don't understand what this is. This is literally archive pieces. Every time she pull out those Tom Ford Gladiator sandals, I die, because that is a good shoe. That is a great shoe. That is a shoe that to this day will literally break necks in rooms. Like, you would have the girls on the ground. Necks just broke, okay? That is a shoe. This is a shoe I feel like as an archive piece, timeless, classic Tom Ford style. It came in like, oh, it'll be on trend right now too, because it came in like gunmetal, it came in silver, it came in gold. I personally would love to have the gold. So amazing. And I've also seen them in black. They also come in like a shorter version, but that thigh-high Gladiator sandal, that is a classic piece. Like, when I think of archive pieces, I think of stuff like the Celine ID necklace, the Tom Ford Gladiator sandals. This is such an iconic piece. If you have this piece in your wardrobe, this is something that you do not sell. This is something that even if you never wear again, I don't care if you just can't wear heels anymore and you just like, this is something that you literally like sit up on display. When people come in your house, they need to see this shoe, because this is a shoe, okay? Okay. Next, I have the gun clutch, and I forgot the name of the designer. I'm gonna put it on the screen. This bag, when I say horrible, this is a horrible archive piece. When I was in college, I wanted this bag so bad, and I remember it being $325, and I was like, oh my God, that's so much money. How am I gonna get it? I just had this idea of wearing it. This is back in like when Rihanna had the girls on the rock and roll edge. Oh my God, this bag, to this day, I'm like, I wouldn't dare walk out of my house with this. Like, girl, in the climate and the world we live in now, this is not something you wear outside. This is not something you wear at all. I don't care what color, what race, you don't wear this. This is a no. It did not age well. And the fact that this bag is still in production is disgusting. It is disgusting. It needs to be gone. Like, this is a no. Who's buying this? It's funny because you don't see this bag at all, but I can't lie. When I think about this time, it just was an era, a time where it was just like the girls was wearing this with the Isabel Marant sneaker wedges. Like, this was a vibe. To this day, right now, no, you couldn't pay me to wear that. No ma'am. It did not age well, but it's still in production. Next, I have the Chanel Milk carton bag. When you think of archive, you think of this. Now, this bag was released in the Chanel Supermarket fall 2014 collection. I literally remember seeing this bag come down the runway. And I was like, oh my God, that is amazing. And I specifically was obsessed with the orange python bag. Girl, this is a piece. Now, this is also an archive piece that you do not get rid of. This is something that is timeless. This is you walk in a room and it's like, oh my gosh, she have the 2014 milk carton bag. Like, it is like a statement piece. It is a moment. This is, y'all, talking about archive pieces, it just gets me riled up, and every 2 seconds I'm like, Jeranika, calm down. But this bag is a bag that I feel like it aged so well because it's so timeless. I can still pull this bag out today and look fabulous wearing it. You can still pull this bag out 10 years from now and it's gonna be a piece that just constantly lives on. So this is a bag that I'm like, if one day I can get this in my collection, I would definitely pick up these bags. Now, what I realized with the milk carton bags, the bags right now, the resale value on these bags are crazy. If you can get this bag at a great price, I would highly recommend, because one, it's rare that anybody is selling them and you can find them. Two, the resale value is disgusting. It's like on upward 15K. That's disgusting. Who wants to do that? But this is a piece that I would just love to lay my eyes on and see it in person. Like, girl, don't ever let me see you outside with this bag on, because I will stop you to have a conversation about it, okay? I need details. I would love to see the packaging and how it came, because in my head, I'm not sure, but I think the 2014 supermarket collection, they couldn't just do regular Chanel boxing. I'm sure they had some type of lavish. I wonder if it was Karl Lagerfeld, the creative. After we finish this video, I'm gonna definitely Google to see if Karl Lagerfeld was the creative director, because for some reason the supermarket collection, I want to say it was. It's definitely giving Karl Lagerfeld. And I know for a fact he had some lavish unboxing situation going on. Oh, a vibe. Next up, I have the Louis Vuitton mink bum bag. And this bag has resurfaced. This is like a timeless piece, but I feel like now it's kind of like on a lot of people's radar because we just saw Lori Harvey with the bag. Now, I didn't love the way she styled the bag. However, the bag is a fabulous bag. I originally saw this bag when Amber Rose wore it, and I was like, oh my God, she killed it. Amber used to be that girl, okay? She used to kill the vibe, the scene, baby. She used to walk up like, I am the bald head girl who do not say one word, and I used to love that. But when I saw this bag, I was like, oh my God. Now, back then, of course, we're gonna refer to my nose. Back then, this bag retailed for $7,200. Now, this bag is reselling upward 52K. That is crazy. And when I saw that it was reselling for 52K, in my head I was like, I wonder how much Lori paid for it. But then again, Mama Harvey, baby, she got the pieces, so you never know. She may borrow it from her mama, I don't know. But this bag it is a bag. It is like the bum of all bum bags. Like, and this bag was also released in the fall winter of 2006, the runaway collection. Now this is just like a piece that I'm like, another piece that I would love to get my hands on or just even see, because I'm sorry, 52K, you better be an Hermes Birkin, because we're not paying that for this. No ma'am. I think once things become rare, the price just go up. Like my Celine ID necklace, I saw somebody on eBay selling it for 10K. I said 10K, girl, this is not even real gold. Like, oh my God, the fact that people are actually reselling certain things at a certain price, it blows my mind. But when it comes to the bum bag, this bum bag, I think is something that Louis Vuitton tried to recreate it, but they haven't matched the mink bum bag. They did like the, I forgot the name of the print. I'm gonna try to put it on the screen. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. It's not that appealing. It's not cute. I don't feel like it's a bag that would age well. It's a bum bag. It's not a bag that would age well. It's kind of like a play on the mink bum bag, but it's not the mink bum bag. Okay, so I say all that to say the Louis Vuitton mink bum bag, she definitely aged well. And the thing that made her age even weller, is weller a word? It's gonna be one today. it just, you don't see it a lot. So I feel like that helped it age even better, because you don't see it a lot. And when you do see it, it's kind of like mind blown. It has the girls in a frenzy on Google, like, where can I find this? So I feel like certain exclusive pieces that you don't see a lot, when you do see them, it just, the appreciation is just, it's the gratitude for me. We're grateful that you would even give us this moment. That's how I felt when I saw it. I was like, oh my God. Now last on this list, I have the Givenchy shark boots. Now these boots were released in the fall winter of 2012, and baby, they are still making a run. Okay, I feel like this is a timeless piece. This is something that we're going to see for years and years to come, and I know that for a fact because Givenchy is actually constantly releasing this boot in colors on top of colors on top of colors. I don't feel like this is something that they're going to get rid of. This is something that definitely has aged well. I believe when it first released, it came in brown and it came in black, and now you see them in red. I've seen them in nude, caramel. You see them in a variety of colors. Now what I do not like about this boot, it's 2022. Why aren't these boots wide calf friendly? Why do the girls have to go through hell and high waters to get this boot on and off? Why is that? Come on now, especially for the price. I'm gonna need you guys to be a little more inclusive, because I feel disrespected. I want these boots so bad, and every year I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. But yet, people keep telling me, oh, you can get them stretched out. For that price, I don't want to have to pay to get them stretched out. They need to come to my house stretched out. I just need want to put them on and take them off. I don't want to have to fight to put them on or fight to take them off. And I also I don't like when people force their calves in them, so they have like that creasing. They don't look sleek. It just looks like scrunched down. That, leave it at the stove. That ain't it. That is not the vibe, okay? Until they be a little more size inclusive, I'm gonna leave it alone, because I also don't want the short ones. I feel like if you're gonna do a Givenchy shark boot, you need to go ahead and do it. Don't give me no midi, baby. I want it to come up to the knee. I want to be marching in the boots, girl. These boots are made for walking. But this is a boot that I feel like it is expensive. It reminds me of the Loewe Obi belt. It's expensive, but it is a piece that you want to have in your wardrobe, and it is going to carry you. It is going to carry that wardrobe each year for fall, winter. So I look forward to the girls. Hopefully they hear I'll cry. I look forward to Givenchy getting these boots size inclusive, because this is a timeless piece. This is a piece that you will have in your wardrobe years and years to come. I even like them when they look aged. It's just a classic, nice shoe. All right, girlfriends, so that is all that I have for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed talking with me, well, me talking about archive fashion pieces. I cannot lie, y'all. I was trying to contain myself, but like I said, when I'm talking about fashion that I actually know what I'm talking about and I actually like it, it is hard for me not to go into specific details and pick things apart. Because listen, I have watched a documentary on top of documentary on top of documentary. During COVID, one of my things was binge watching documentaries about fashion. So it's like, now to this day, I'm just like, okay, I need another doc. I'm obsessed with fashion documentaries and knowing the history behind the brand, behind the creative directors. What made you create this? What was your inspiration? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe we can do some more fashion archive pieces and talk about them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, because yeah, I did a lot. So if you did, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you girls in the next one.